My Nicole Murphy was the one who said that she would always bear Eddie Murphy's last name and that they would always be family. So I assumed she was upset about the way her marriage to him ended.
I always get asked that question, how come you still have Murphy? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, listen, I was married to that man for years, okay? I earned my name. I deserve my name. I have 5 children with that name. I didn't see any harm in keeping my last name. It doesn't matter.
She was that. However, it is said that Nicole never desired that divorce. Additionally, it is said that she filed for divorce because she was unable to put up with Eddie's wandering around town and his close relationships with other business figures such as singer Johnny Gill. I'm not suggesting that there aren't some guys who are just really, really wonderful buddies. However, there is also the situation with Johnny and Eddie. After all, the two were said to have worn identical wristbands. To further demonstrate that he and Eddie weren't dating, Johnny even took a lie detector exam.
There was someone you were involved with, and because of the gay rumors, you actually did a polygraph test with her. That's wild, man.
Yeah.
That's wild to have to actually go through that extent to show that you're straight. Like that's crazy to me.
You know, it was crazy because the rumor had been going for so long.
Yeah.
And so you start to realize and look at certain things, like I said, like a record label. They was talking to a record label. It was like, well, we would, but I think, he's gay, so we don't want to. It's like, so we hear it's all this stuff that's going. And I remember her telling me about her friend saying this and saying that, blah, blah, blah. She never asked me to do it, but I wanted to show her something. I wanted to.
Relationship, but it involved a person you were seeing. Additionally, you conducted a polygraph test with her as a result of the LGBT rumors. Man, that's crazy. Indeed, it's crazy to have to go to that length to demonstrate your straight status in that way. That's absurd. What was insane, you know? Due to the fact that the rumor had persisted for so long. Yes, as a result, you begin to see and consider some things, such as a record label. Well, we would, they said to the record label, but I think you know you're gay, so we don't want to stall this stuff that's going on or something like that. And I recall her telling me about her buddies saying this and that, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to show her something, but she never asked me to. I wanted to show her something. According to rumors, Nicole thinks that there may be some truth to all that has happened with Johnny and Eddie because of everything she has heard and seen throughout her marriage to Eddie. What precisely is the difference between Johnny Gill and Eddie Murphy, then? People have always looked down on Johnny Gill because of some of the relationships he's been involved in. Even before there were any rumors that he and Eddie Murphy were dating, we now know that Eddie had a lengthy list of ladies he openly dated along with the kids to prove it. But rumors have it that this has always been a front for what Eddie was truly interested in. When Eddie was stopped by police late one night in West Hollywood in 1997, he became embroiled in a scandal that almost ended his career. He was stopped by the police for a standard check at around 4 in the morning. Do you know what they discovered? In the car with him, though? Alice Stone Shalimarsali is a transgender escort who is 20 years old. Eddie attempted to hide it from the police when they questioned him more, claiming that there was nothing more to it than that he was only assisting someone in need. However, his statements didn't make sense, particularly when it was discovered that he was wandering the town while Nicole and the children were away. Additionally, I'm not homosexual. And that's what makes this strange, having questions about your sexual orientation, moral character, and other things when all I was doing was attempting to be kind to someone. Eddie Murphy informs ET that he was out of town with his wife and kids. He claims to have gone to a late-night newsstand because he wanted something to read. At 4:45 a.m., he made a stop here and picked up the alleged transsexual. He claims that he believed he was helping a distressed woman.
I'm not gay, and I'm not, and that's what's weird about this, to have your sexuality question and your moral fiber question and all that went all I was doing was trying to be nice to somebody.
Eddie Murphy tells ET that his wife and children were out of town, says he wanted something to read and went to a late-night newsstand. He stopped here and picked up the suspected transsexual at 4:45 in the morning. He says he thought he was aiding a distraught woman.
Looks like a pretty Hawaiian girl in the corner crying. It looks like she was crying. She goes, oh, Eddie Murphy. She noticed him at the light. She recognized Eddie Murphy. Oh, my God. So I go, what are you doing? Why are you out here working the streets so late? She goes, oh, I'm
Furthermore, who can overlook what Octavia State Laurent said about him? Octavia was openly proud of being a transgender woman and had never held back from expressing her thoughts. Eddie and Octavia were rumored to have dated for some time, and she wasn't pleased with the manner in which he attempted to conceal the relationship, as though he was embarrassed by her. She therefore challenged Eddie to admit that she was lying when she called him out, kid, and she did so with her entire chest.
And the women that they're married to wouldn't believe a word you said about them. And these are the reason why we have to start speaking out. Because these men who are famous or straight or perceived to be these macho guys are coming out behind their wives, their children, having oral sex, being the women behind their women.
Recall that Eddie and Nicole were still together when all of this occurred. When she finally filed for divorce, it was revealed that Eddie's strong friendship with some of his male friends was one of the reasons Nicole was leaving that marriage. Additionally, one of them just so happened to be Johnny Gill, our R&B singer. Since fans first spotted Eddie and Johnny's relationship in the 1990s, there have been rumors that they were dating. When Eddie and Tracy Edmonds' marriage ended, Johnny was the one who provided explanations, asserting that Tracy's mother, Lillian, was partly to blame. Because of how clumsy Johnny's remarks were, Tracy was forced to order him to shut up. His ludicrous lies were obviously a very desperate and pitiful attempt to clean up his reputation at my expense. She continued, if Mr. Gill would stop spreading lies and false rumors to the public and let everyone go on with their lives, I would really appreciate it. The truth is known to all of us. And Tracy's statement made many question what truth she was speaking about and how much Johnny contributed to Eddie's marriage for her to feel so at ease disclosing such details. Then it was revealed that one of Johnny's former girlfriends had to break up with him because she couldn't support Eddie and Johnny's connection and thought it was a little too weird. She went on to say, Eddie and Johnny have always been very close friends, but their relationship is too strong for me to match. It was odd. I'm not even sure how to describe it. According to some stories, when Johnny and Nicole got married, he was really residing in a guest house on Eddie Murphy's land. This put a lot of strain on Nicole to manage the two of them at once. Currently, there are rumors circulating that Eddie and Johnny have been together the entire time. And this is the only time we have an opportunity to connect the dots. Additionally, some persons with knowledge of the matter claim that they are still skulking around together, particularly at those upscale Hollywood gatherings where nobody would mind seeing them together. Even a former escort at one of Diddy's parties admitted to being startled by what he witnessed when he observed them going down in a corner.
I was walking down the stairs because I was just checking out. It was in the Hollywood Hills, so I was walking down the stairs and they were kissing at the bottom of the banister, like, and I'm like, damn, the nutty professor really is nutty. like he really is, like, and they were going at it, like, for real, like swallowing.
And he stepped up his efforts when Johnny Gill threatened to sue him, claiming that there was no need for him to conceal when all he was doing was speaking the truth. But then again, in Hollywood these days, most DL rumors are hardly ever just rumors, as they say. There is fire where there is smoke. Furthermore, some are positive that these rumors regarding Eddie and Johnny aren't altogether false. Why? I have never seen Johnny Gill in a good mood. However, I did see him with Eddie Murphy. And for picking up that woman, boy, Eddie was arrested. Therefore, Eddie Murphy and Johnny Gill, I firmly believe all of the rumors that have been spread about Hollywood and the business. Girl. There have been Eddie Murphy and Johnny Gill rumors since before we were born. What are your thoughts on all of this, though? Does Eddie Murphy enjoy going out to parties with Johnny Gill all the time? Let me know what you think in the comments section. And because I'll see you in the next video, don't you dare leave without clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Goodbye, Butties.